Inter-University Council for East Africa, popularly known as IUCEA, is a strategic institution of the East African Community mandated to coordinate the development of higher education and research in the East African region.
The mandate, yes, is just a legal political mandate, but technical mandate is not there. At the IUCEA, we thought we have to put up instruments that will eventually enable not IUCEA, but to have a regional accreditation system.
I worked with a team of individuals, including the late Mayunga Kunya, to discuss with the Germans through the DAD to have the German government support our initiative on ensuring that university education in Kenya was qualitative, and that for that to happen, we needed to build a strong culture of peer review, peer evaluation, and anchor the beginning of focus on quality education in the universities themselves.
So we embarked on capacity building of academic staff in the universities and also staff in the quality assurance agencies in the 5 countries. So that these instruments which IUCEA was developing could be implemented by knowledgeable people, and that the knowledgeable people would be implementing them in the same way.
I was among the few members from within the East African region that benefited in the training of quality assurance officers under the DAD project, and immensely grounded me in matters of higher education and the management of quality in the institutions.
The key tool, I think, there that they developed is a series of volumes of tools, which we refer to as the roadmap to quality. They're in 5 volumes, but each of the volume focuses on something different, but all of them aimed at quality assurance. So you'll find that there is a volume 1, for example, that looks at the question of academic programs. You'll find that there is a volume 2 that looks at how those academic programs, their quality can be assured by having external people coming from outside the university, which means people from Uganda, for example, could visit an academic program in Kenya and as experts look at it and evaluate it. You will find one that is trying to help universities to develop what we call IQA system, internal quality assurance system. And you'll find one that is dealing with the question of accreditation.
We have the baseline in terms of what is required, what are the tools, what informs the key roles at institutional and at program level, because those are the 2 main areas.
And as a result, the East African Community was declared a common higher education area in May 2017.
In order to become a common higher education area, institutionalized common higher education area, you need to ensure that the qualifications that come out of the education system are recognizable by each country. Say, people who come from Tanzania, they qualify from the University of Dar es Salaam. When they go to other countries, they are not doubted. They are recognized as such.
To realize the benefits of the 2017 declaration, the IUCEA works closely with regional accreditation bodies such as the National Council for Higher Education in Uganda, all the commissions and councils in all the partner states as key players to achieving the common higher education area by regulating higher education.
The handbook for quality assurance of higher education, which came out in 2010. This was developed with full participation of the National Council for Higher Education, alongside the then Commission for Higher Education in Kenya and the Tanzanian Commission, or Tanzania Commission for University Education.
We have been involved in the development of the East African Quality Assurance Framework, East African Qualification Framework for Higher Education, the regional scholarship and the student and the staff mobility policies and operational guidelines. So currently we have such kind of scholarship which are regional. East African Community harmonized the accreditation framework and the East African Harmonized Credit and the transfer systems. So you will see majority of the standard and the guidelines which we are using, they are taking care of what we have developed in the IUCEA umbrella.
Already, some countries of the East African community have embraced the new harmonization initiatives put in place by IUCEA.
When it comes to accreditation of institutions, we consult our sister country in the region so that whatever I do is of the right quality.
My ministry recognizes qualification from partner states. If you came with the bachelor's, the master's, the PhD from, say, Kenya, Tanzania, we recognize it. Of course, based on the regionally accepted accreditation system. Universities have harmonized their operational systems within Uganda.
The Common Higher Education Area Committees, as well as the Quality Assurance Committee, are working on structures that allow students who are in different education systems to know at what point they enter university and how they can use their time in high school to move quickly into universities.
We have input that we bring from our own accreditation system to align with the IUCEA. And when that happens, then we are speaking to each other. And so when a student comes out of a program in Kenya and wants to move, say for a master's at Makerere or at Dar es Salaam or at the University of Rwanda, then they understand if that program has followed the same IUCEA benchmarks, then the student will know how to enter them. But it's a process where we are respecting the autonomy of the member states, but also seeing the viability and advantage of having that mobility, where IUCEA now sets the benchmarks and we align with them.
The National Commission is regulating issues of accreditation, quality assurance, and we should do it in collaboration with the East African Inter-University Council for East Africa to ensure that the degrees which are delivered here can be recognized in the other countries, and also to ensure that we can participate in mobility programs if our mechanisms for quality assurance are in line or compatible with those of the Inter-University Council for East Africa.
The development of instruments for operationalization of the regional quality assurance systems and qualifications framework has made good progress.
Just the medical councils of East Africa allow our doctors, if they come from Kenya, once they study in KIU, their qualifications are recognized. You can study in KIU, do internship in Rwanda, you go and practice in South Sudan. That's the beauty of equivalences and also the issue of setting a platform, and we give all the credit to IUCEA.
We are saying we want to have a transformative higher education for a knowledge-based, industrialized economy for the East African region. So the higher education should be transformative. It should continue to transformation of the East African region. But how is that going to happen? We think that research and innovation must be at the center of it, and that must be coordinated in the region so that we are working together.